welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new here. I'm coming to you today very informally in a hoodie and like minimal makeup because there are some things that I've been noticing in two aspects of the witchcraft community that I want to talk about as a new beginner witch. The first thing I want to talk about is discernment. There is a lack of ability in, I don't think this is prevalent in the witchcraft community. I think this is prevalent everywhere, but especially in the witchcraft community, as a lack of discernment. There is a lack in ability to know how to research and to know how to find sources and to know what is bunk. And as a new witch, if you do not have a mentor, which very few people don't these days, being able to discern good information from bad is very important. I see people coming into these beginner witchcraft groups and the posts are, I don't know where to start, I want a mentor, what do I do? And people generally respond with books or YouTube channels. But this is something that you really should be able to seek out for yourself. Another thing I see is, oh, a flock of birds just landed in my driveway. What does it mean? And I have to roll my eyes so hard at those posts and just scroll, because otherwise I would not say something nice. Signs from deities or signs from the universe are incredibly personal. And you have to have a relationship with the universe and nature first before things that you start seeing mean anything. It could mean that it's November and the birds are migrating and they landed in your driveway for a rest. Or it could mean something completely different. Always mundane before magical. And a lot of people don't understand that. They start getting into witchcraft and then they start seeing magic everywhere. And while that's true, there is a pattern to nature. And that's why we, most pagans and witchcraft folk follow the wheel of the year. There's a pattern to things, and signs are really things that deviate from that pattern. So being able to discern things is really key, and knowing how to find good resources and how to research. Does this one have it? Okay. For example, Psychic Witch. A lot of people have been recommending it. It is a great book. I love it. In the back, there is a bibliography for more resources. So if you read a book, or if you get recommended a book, all you have to do is go to the back and find out where they researched their materials or what they drew from, and you have an entire list of more research to do. This is something the Oak Witch spoke on, was how to research, and I will link her video doing that below in the description. I don't want to do a whole video about it because she did such a great job. There's no need for it. But being able to source your own materials to research from and being able to read those materials and draw information from it is really key if you're going to be in witchcraft. You can't always ask people, what does this mean? Another thing I see frequently is people who are new to tarot or runes just posting their drawings, like their tarot cards or whatever, saying, oh, what does this mean? It doesn't really do anyone any good to read those for you. You drew the cards, you need to know what they mean, and you need to draw meaning from them. Otherwise, you're just asking for free readings, basically. Study, learn the cards, learn how to access your third eye and process divination. If you don't know how to do any of that, this is a great start. Start with this book. Get it at the library. Get it on Amazon. And this is going to lead me into my next topic, which is creators and witch tubers and people on TikTok, etc., telling people that they don't have to spend any money to practice witchcraft. If you don't have tools, and if you don't utilize tools, and if you haven't learned how to use, shape, and manipulate energy, you've broken witchcraft basically down to the law of attraction. So yes, can you practice witchcraft very cheaply? Absolutely. Start with a good book. Invest in it. It's $18.99 US. So for less than $20, you have a great starting point. Bay leaves or pieces of paper. You can get that at any grocery store. A fire-safe bowl. Mine happens to be a cauldron that I bought, but it can be any fire-safe bowl. Any bowl. You can buy one at the dollar store. Another is a white candle and something to put it in. So all of this is a beginner witchcraft kit. There you go. Now you can practice magic. But you do need these tools as you're starting out and developing your craft. Byron Ballard talks about her binding ritual and how it started and how it has progressed. And now all she does is tap 2 fingers in the palm of her opposite hand to complete her ritual. It's very fast. She doesn't need any tools, but she's developed that craft over many, many, many years. So telling people that they don't need to buy anything, in my mind, is kind of bunk. It is very possible to do it cheaply. You can do it with things you source out in nature if you know where to find them. And if you are able to, people in urban environments may not need to. If you can't source bay leaves, you can use a scratch piece of paper, that's fine. But a lighter, a fire-safe bowl, and a white candle. It's very basic. And there's also this like anti-consumerism. The word I'm looking for is this anti-consumerism that is spread by people who are maximalist. So here you have these YouTube witches telling you you don't need to buy anything in front of carefully staged backgrounds full of witchy stuff. And many of which who have written books or own occult stores or metaphysical shops. And consumerism is what sustains you. I mean, you want people to buy your book and you want people to shop in your stores. Can you do witchcraft very cheaply, almost for nothing, like less than $20 getting started? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. But to tell people they don't need to buy anything is false. They'll need to buy a lighter. They'll need to buy a fire-safe bowl. They'll need to buy bay leaves and a candle and a candle holder at very minimum. Unless they have those things laying around their house. At which point in time, look around your family and see who else is a witch. Those are just 2 things that really bother me in new spaces, is a lack of discernment and this anti-consumerism that is so rampant in witchcraft by people who profit off of consumerism, especially content creators. And I really kind of have a problem with that because, you want people to buy from you. You want people to buy from small stores and occult shops and keep them open and keep them going and keep them available to all of us. And then the lack of discernment is another issue for new witches especially. Don't go into new witch groups asking, is this a sign? Can you read my cards for me? Or anything else. Learn how to discern where to find information. It is everywhere. It is everywhere. And it is good and it is bad. And people are going to say, oh, I don't want to take in bad information. No, you do. You do want to take in bad information because it teaches you how to look for good information. I run a Facebook group called Horse Witches. So if there are any horse witches out there, literally just type horse witches into Facebook and you'll find the group. Someone had posted literally probably a screen grab from TikTok or Instagram or something they pulled from social media. And it said, draw this symbol on your skin for protection. That's all it said. It was the rune algaes, and it didn't say it was a rune. It didn't say what the rune meant. It didn't say where the symbol came from. None of that was there. Just draw this on your arm and you'll be protected. That's bad information. That is simply bad information. And I encourage people to not share that kind of stuff because that is what will get people harmed. Maybe not harmed. That's probably hyperbole. But it's not good. It's not good information. You want to learn where these things came from and why. Algiz is a powerful rune, and I fully embrace drawing it on yourself for protection. But that meme, that social media picture had absolutely no information in it. So please drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I know this is kind of a hot take, some unpopular opinions, but it's just something that really bothers me is a lack of a discernment among new witches, and then this anti-consumerism coming from witchcraft where people are still promoting their own items, like don't buy things unless it's from me type of thing, but not even that. Telling people that they can you don't need anything. It's just intent. Congratulations. Unless you know how to work with energy, you've just told people the law of attraction. You've broken witchcraft down to basic law of attraction. If you tell people that they don't need tools and they don't know how to access energy, manipulate energy, and access that magic within them. So yes, do everything, do it with intent, but you need to know the basics before you go completely without tools. That's just the bottom line. So anyway, thank you for bearing with me. I hope this rings true for some folks. If it doesn't, if you don't agree with it or you do agree with it, leave a comment. I'd love to start a conversation with this. All right, thank you so much. And I have an unboxing video coming this weekend, so stay tuned for that. If you follow me on Blue Sky, you know that I love witchy mystery boxes. I get most of them off of Etsy. And so I just ordered one before the holiday to share with you guys and unbox. And I hope you'll join me. All right, thank you so much. Bye.